Big Boar Barbecue presents Seven Rivers Racing on KQEG-TV with Dan the Voice Diker, Billy Doc Niles, and Paul the Statman Riker. Brought to you by Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16 West Salem, in La Crosse on 3rd Street downtown and George and Gillette Street. Big Boar Barbecue, now that's a mouthful. By Cary Heating and Air Conditioning, your residential specialist, serving the La Crosse area since 1929. Cary Heating and Air Conditioning. And by the D&D Diner. Good food, fine wine. On Theater Road in Sparta, next to the BP Truck Stop.
Hey, race fans, welcome in Seven Rivers Racing, KQEG-TV, along with Billy Doc Niles and Radio Man Dan Diker. As we normally do, we're going to show you some stuff on the Crosse Speedway. You know, usually we throw Thomas Sparta Speedway in there too, but they usually get rained out. Well, luck has it, they didn't race last weekend. We were in Iowa.
And it was nice out.
And their concession stands had deep-fried gizzards.
In Iowa?
Yeah.
Did they have any left after you were done?
I had 2 helpings of that and a couple double cheeseburgers, and then it was qualifying time.
I heard people recognize you because they could see you from the back standing at a food stand.
4 or 5 people recognized me from Oktoberfest and said, "What if we knew you were going to be at the concession stand?" They also listened to our radio show.
Did they go?
No, I was hoping they were going to buy me my dinner.
What happened?
Program being brought to you by Big Boar Barbecue. Talking about food, can't wait to get down there this weekend. Cary Heating and Air Conditioning. Yeah, Friday, Saturday this week, it's going to be hot. You better get the AC working.
Get that stuff checked out, tuned up if you haven't done it already. These guys will get on there, give it a cleaning, give it a look at, make sure it's in tip-top shape because, hey, it's only the end of June, beginning of July. We got a lot of hot months left here.
Program also brought to you by the D&D Diner. Try that stuffed D&D burger. That thing was fantastic when I was there a couple of weeks ago.
Paul, what else do they have that's good?
Paul doesn't know. He went when they were closed. Yeah, that's right. Epic Media and Vinyl, Back 40 Wraps Incorporated, and fansarena.com. I went to the wrong way. There it is right there. Let's go to La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. Good racing last weekend, and boy, I tell you what, every division saw the points go here and there, here and there. Sportsman had the biggest jump in points. We'll get to that here in just a minute. Let's go to the last 2 of the feature. Billy Doc knows I wish we could go the last 5 because after Jeremy Wagner was leading this thing, blew up.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Jeremy. We talked about this on the radio show. If there's anybody who's had worse luck, getting out to a lead, then some gremlin gets in there and does something to his engine or his suspension, and boom, it goes away. And on the last restart, Nick Panitsky takes advantage of Nick Clements, and he drives away with this bad boy.
Well, Wagner had 5 to go, 4 to go. Carter Christensen, Ken Christensen. Deja vu, except this time in turn 3.
This is the second week in a row. I mean, they both got together the week before in an accident with Edie and a couple others, and we didn't think Kenny would be back. Well, they made both cars back, and now they're talking about an extended layoff after this week's accident.
Tough break. So our last restart finds Nick Clements leading the race, except Nick Panitsky restarts on the outside, and as you just saw, Nick Panitsky with the win.
Yep, Nick. Nick knew this was going to be his shot to win, getting to the outside of Clements. I'm sure Clements, looked to his right and saw Panitsky, looked in his mirror and saw Carlson, and went, "Oh heck, here we go again." So great run by Clements. We talked about this on the radio show this week also that. Ever since he got rid of the demons the first 2 weeks, with the accidents and the problems, he's just been lightning fast. Cars reference there.
Ka-chow, number 8. Very nicely done, Danico. To the sportsman we go, the 77 Dan Secor. Tell you what, he led quite a bit of this race right here, but returning driver, he was in Europe the past 2 weeks working, was the great Bay Brian Hesselberg.
Oh, wow. What did he come home for?
I asked him, I said, were you working or eating expensive food? He says, well, we did the expensive food, but his company was paying for it. Let's go to the last 2 of this one here. Brian Hesselberg had built up a huge lead on the feature right here. You thought he was just going to step away from this. Nope, couple of laps to go. Here comes Chris Webber.
Here comes Webber, without a shadow of doubt, the fastest car on the track the last few weeks, and proves it right here. Runs Hesselberg down and gets by him with just a couple laps to go to win. And then, I'm impressed with Sammy Niles. I think he's finally starting to figure things out, getting a strong 3rd place this week.
So let's jump to by the way, the point standing. Steve Bachman started last Saturday night leading by 1. Now Weber has him by 10, or by 9. It was a 10-point swing.
Yeah, it was a 10-point swing. Bachman ended up winning the dash, but not as strong in the feature, and he ends up losing a lot of points because of it.
Let's go to the Thunderstock last two in their feature as well. And Taylor Dobbs, another driver, hadn't won a feature in quite a while, had a huge lead, but out of the back row, Amanda said he didn't have the best car. Adam Moore, and Bill, I think we can close our eyes and just write the rest of that script.
Yeah, anytime Adam Moore says he doesn't have the best car, we know he's lying because he won the race. And no shock here. I guess the only saving grace for the Thunderstock division is he's not running every week, so the points are wide open on this one. But I don't think he's lost a race since he's run. I mean, Andy ran once and got second, but Adam has won every race he's been in. So I think a lot of the guys in the Thunderstock class are just really happy that he's not there every week.
Mark Chalet, currently your point leader in the Thunderstocks, going for his first ever track championship. To the Hornets we go, and a man that has not been in victory lane in quite a while, but we've seen his battered and bruised cars on Facebook's quite a long time, is Garrett Tickey, and what a run he had after he overtook the number 4 Matt Carpenter.
It's kind of cool. These guys have been plugging away at it all year. Finally gets to the front and wins one. Actually, it's from what I've been reading. I wasn't there. I haven't seen the replay yet, but he lost the lead and then got it back. Lap traffic playing a big thing in this the last couple of laps, and Tickey able to come out on top.
Well, that is your La Crosse Speedway recap. Next weekend, it's going to be loaded. All 3 segments are going to be full of Smash RM, which takes place this weekend at the La Crosse Fairgrounds.
Fireworks.
Yeah, we have fireworks not only Saturday night. We have them Friday night at Toma. We also have them Tuesday night at La Crosse Speedway. So I'm going to be fire all
big double feature night.
I know, it's 5 races in 7 nights. Ooh-wee. What are those races? Well, let's go back a week. I was at Hawkeye Downs for the very first time down in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Let's show you the beginning of the Midwest Dash Series race. And what I want you to watch, well, West Adams' Patrick Tickey had a pretty good lead to start things off. Bill, look at this racetrack if you've never been there. There's 3 tracks inside of one.
It's what do they call it? Hawkeye Downs. They do a lot more than just race cars there. If you see the inside there, that's a lot more things going on than just racing. But
go-karts, and you have a quarter mile, which their sportsmen actually ride the quarter mile.
Such a cool facility to be at.
Or on the big track. Now let's show you the last part of this race right here. And Brandon DeLacy had the clean sweep. Or he did have the clean sweep. Qualified fastest, won his heat race, and he won the very first Midwest Dash Series race at Toma earlier this year. That man is a Kyle Stark Part 2.
Did I read that right? He'd never been to this track before?
Had never been to that track before.
That's impressive.
He had problems in qualifying. 8 drivers in the Mid-American Stock Car Series were all sliding out of turn 4, but they got it corrected. Man, that was a good-looking track right there.
That's a fun track. You talk to guys, they love racing at this track, and last weekend was no different. Some excellent racing.
Billy Niles, who do we have coming up in segment number 2?
Well, segment number 2, we turned our guy Paul Reichert loose last week at Fan Photo Night. Sent him with a cameraman down to the track. Got some excellent interviews coming up in the next segment. We got Brandon LeMonie, Michael Beamish, and Dan Secor. And that's all coming up on Big Boar Barbecue presents 7 Rivers Racing.
You don't have to fly to Kansas City to get great barbecue.
4 years in a row and counting. Hi, this is Jerry Beyer at Big Boar Barbecue. Once again, La Crosse County has voted us the best barbecue and best caterer in La Crosse County. Making great ribs and great barbecue has always been my passion, and it means a great deal to me that you love what we do. If you haven't tried our ribs, pulled pork, brisket, or smoked chicken, try it and you'll agree. Big Boar Barbecue, a delicious mouthful.
Yeah!
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on the problems in your life that actually matter.
Hey, Dave.
Like giving Jeff his ladder back before he takes it back. Or where to put the food when you both get the groceries. Or the doggy door that just became a raccoony door. Whatever you're worrying about, it won't be this. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Call today for your free estimate on a new American Standard system, or schedule online at caryheating.com.
At the D&D Diner, you can expect hometown meals, hometown service, and hometown prices. Hi, this is Dale with the D&D Diner in Sparta, your new home for great food, cold beer, and fine wines. Whether it's a big breakfast, a tasty lunch, or traditional dinner, you'll find it on our menu. Whether it's Friday night fish dinners, Saturday night prime rib, or our many daily specials, your place for great food at fantastic prices is the D&D Diner in Sparta.
Welcome back, race fans. Seven Rivers Racing, KQEG-TV, Billy Knocknalls, and Radio Man Dan Dyker. Paul Reichert, the stat man, was at fan photo night with us last weekend at LaCrosse Fairgrounds Speedway. Captured some great interviews, like Hornet point leader Brandon LeMonie.
Hey, race fans, Paul Reichert for Seven Rivers Racing out here at the races for fan photo night, and we're going to talk to the top gun right now in the Hornet division, and that's Brandon LeMonie. Brandon, good to see you.
Good to see you. How you doing?
All right. So not too bad a start for the season for you here, winning the first two features.
No, cars felt pretty good. Some things have fell into place, and we end up in the right position at the right time.
So what do you find so appealing about being here in the Hornet class? Just a fun class, or how do you feel about it?
It's a fun class, and it's a good start. It's a good start for any racer. It's a competitive class. You learn a lot.
And maybe if we can hold up one of your cards there in the lower left corner. He's doing like the soccer players do with the baseball slide there. So how did you come up with that idea there?
Well, I kind of have like a victory lane dance I always do after I win a feature, and it was a little wet last week we ran and kind of wiped out and popped up, and it kind of turned into something, I guess.
Yeah. And ever had any thoughts about maybe moving up, or is this just too much fun where you are right now here in the Hornets?
Oh, don't get me wrong, it's a lot of fun. It's a dream to be able to move up. You need financial support, you need sponsors, you need a lot to be able to run one of the higher classes.
Oh, yes. And definitely have to thank all the great sponsors you have on your race car here, so let's give them a shout out.
I got New Ear Hearing Center, Robin's Nest Bar and Grill, Nick Boswell, Concrete Masonry, Speedy Graphics helped me out, J&L Collectibles, Jim Dandy's in West Salem. A lot of good sponsors this year.
And any plans to maybe travel and hit the road, maybe do some racing outside of here at all?
In the past seasons I've traveled. I've hit the dirt track once, I hit Toma once. I'm really in pursuit of this championship, and I kind of want to just stick to one track right now.
After he got done with Brandon LeMonie, he slid down the track and checked out late model driver Michael Beamish.
It's great to have you here on a weekly basis here at LaCrosse, seeing more Minnesota drivers coming down. What made you want to come down here on a weekly basis and run with us?
More cars, a lot more fun, better racing.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of the Minnesota drivers here have talked a lot about LaCrosse being a great track, especially during Oktoberfest. But how much different is it from running just Oktoberfest to running on a weekly basis out here?
Fest is usually get as much racing done in 4 days as you can. This is more of it's not a sprint race, but it's a endurance type season. So, and that can be said for any type of season, anywhere. No, it's a lot of fun though.
And how did you progress in racing here? What divisions did you run, or when did you start?
So I started in 2000 racing go-karts. Ran those until about 2008. 2008 I jumped into a 4-cylinder rear-wheel drive Mustang. Then from there I jumped into a late model. Took the step from a 4-cylinder car to a late model. I've been racing ever since in late models.
And does it cause much trouble for you with the track from the Twin Cities down here to LaCrosse every week? I mean, remember seeing that with Mark Lamro doing that for a long time, coming from the Twin Cities down here.
It's not that bad. I'm on the south side of the city, so we hop on 52 and drive right down, so it's not that bad.
And a couple of sponsors here in the car we should give a little thanks to. Let's give them some respect here.
So AEC, Advanced Engine Concepts, Danny Tim out of Green Lake, Wisconsin, and then my uncle at Northern Racing Products. Got to thank them.
And of course, you've done some. Have you done some traveling, like the Big 8 Series, or?
We did do the Big 8 Series. We ran Rockford, ran Hawkeye Downs, and then just Fest and Elko.
How do you feel about the other tracks you said, like Elko or Rockford? How do they compare to LaCrosse?
Elko, it's really good two-groove racing, but you can get stuck. So that's the downside of Elko right now. But Rockford's a lot of fun, and Hawkeye is a lot like LaCrosse here. And basically bring the same setup down there as we do here. So all the tracks in the Midwest are a lot of fun.
Great guy right there. His mom and dad help on that car every single weekend. If you get a chance, meet the number 40. Michael Beamish gave up his home track in Minnesota this year to run LaCrosse, and he is having a fantastic
And it's
time.
great to see him here every week.
He also had a top 5 finish at
Yep,
Crosse
first top 5 finish. Great job by him. After he got done with Michael Beamish, Paul slid down to sportsman rookie Dan Secor.
And we're out here with sportsman driver Dan Secor. Dan, good to see you.
Thanks. Good to see you.
Mm-hmm. So when was the last time we saw you racing out here at La Crosse?
Full time was 2008. Was the last time I ran full time other than this year.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And were you running in the sportsman class back then, or what class were you in?
No, I was running in Thunderstock class, but they kept telling me to move up. So I took 10 years off and then just decided I was going to move up. Mm-hmm. We built this car for my dad as a memorial.
Oh, okay.
And then in the process of building it, I lost my mom. So I lost both my parents due to cancer. So, you know, and now we just got to keep it going.
Oh,
so.
yeah. And like you said, it's your first time here in the sportsman class. What's it been like for you running here in the sportsman division?
Yeah, we're running pretty well. We just haven't had very good luck. Been a lot of little mechanical things, you know, that's kept us out. We broke a rear end, blew a motor already, so I mean we're getting in debt, that's for sure. But we're having fun. Mm-hmm. You know, we're running well. We just can't seem to finish for some reason.
And what do you like best about running with the sportsman class here at La Crosse?
It's the classic cars. Very, very, very competitive. You know, and you better be doing your homework because these guys are fast.
Oh yeah.
So.
And what do you think about has there been a lot of help, assistance from other teams with your efforts, or has it been pretty much you and your family or whoever's been helping you out here?
Yeah, it's been pretty much me and my crew. You know, Frank Fogel, Steve Butler, my brother. You know, and my immediate family, and Tony Lease from TL Enterprises. You know, he's a sponsor on the car, and he drives the number 7 late model, so he's been helping us quite a bit.
Yep. Yeah, no doubt a lot of help from him with all his experience out here. That must be try to make your effort go a lot better here, or at least try to anyway.
It certainly makes things easier when you got a guy like Tony Lease that you can go talk to. Mm-hmm. You know, it definitely makes things easier. Mm-hmm. He's fast, and he built Steve Bachman's car. Bachman's leading the points, so. You know.
And no doubt a lot of great sponsors on the car here supporting your efforts, so let's give them a little thanks here.
Yeah, I got Murphy's Frame and Axle, TL Enterprises, Custom Design, Lenahan Auto Body and Restoration, and that's about it. I don't think I missed. I just want to thank my crew and those guys for all the hard work and sweat that they put in, because, you know, hey, I know I can be tough to deal with, but if it wasn't for these guys right here, Custom Design, you know, this thing wouldn't look as good as it does.
Mm-hmm. When we come back, Billy Doc Niles, Paul Reichert's not done yet.
Oh, 3 more great interviews from the Speedway. All of this on the Big Boar Barbecues presents 7 Rivers Racing.
You don't have to fly to Kansas City to get great barbecue.
Big Boar Barbecue is up and running on the north side of La Crosse. Hi, this is Jerry Beyer at Big Boar Barbecue. Yes, the food truck is open at George and Gillette Street to make it easier for you north siders to find out why La Crosse County has voted us 4 years in a row as the best barbecue and best caterer in La Crosse County. Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16 West Salem, and now open at George and Gillette Street. A delicious mouthful.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on the problems in your life that actually matter.
Hey, Dave.
Like giving Jeff his ladder back before he takes it back. Or where to put the food when you both get the groceries. Or the doggy door that just became a raccoony door. Whatever you're worrying about, it won't be this. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Call today for your free estimate on a new American Standard system, or schedule online at caryheating.com.
At the D&D Diner, you can expect hometown meals, hometown service, and hometown prices. Hi, this is Dale with the D&D Diner in Sparta, your new home for great food, cold beer, and fine wines. Whether it's a big breakfast, a tasty lunch, or traditional dinner, you'll find it on our menu. Whether it's Friday night fish dinners, Saturday night prime rib, or our many daily specials, your place for great food at fantastic prices is the D&D Diner in Sparta.
Welcome back, race fans. 7 Rivers Racing, KQEG TV, along with Billy Doc Niles. Paul Reichert's in the dunce corner, right behind that camera right there. I'm Radio Man Dan Diker. Paul Reichert, we're going to let him breathe this weekend because Billy Doc Niles, he was very busy at Fan Photo last week.
He's very active with a cameraman. We took him down to Fan Photo, turned him loose with some of the drivers. Caught up with a guy who has been part-time the last few years, but now he's running full-time. Let's hear what Travis Gordon had to say.
So what made you want to come out here to La Crosse and run with the Sportsman? What made you want to get out here and start racing with them?
Well, many years ago, back in, let's say, early 90s, I helped a young man out here pit and decided one day I wanted to do it myself and saved up and got a race car.
And who was that person that you helped out there back in the 90s?
Actually, I helped out Jason Hellwig. It was the Zero Hero back in the day. And then Lester Paff.
Oh, okay.
He raced for a couple years after Hellwig retired and helped him out and never had room for a car. Got my own place and decided to have a car, have some fun.
Oh, yeah. And what do you like best about running with the Sportsman class here at La Crosse?
Great people. Yeah, if you ever need any help, they're right there for you. Well, that goes for all the drivers out here, really. I mean, if you got a blown tire and you're by yourself, they come over and help you. It's happened to me before.
Okay. And how do you feel you've come along? I think this is your second full season out here? Or?
Yes, second full season.
How well do you think you've come along here since you started running full-time out here?
Well, still, I don't have the best handle on the car, but we're getting it. They had our best qualifying night tonight, so that's good. We're going in the right direction.
Okay. And let's talk about your sponsors here. Know that they really support you and give you a lot of support efforts here in racing.
Oh, I can't thank Kevin at LAX Print enough. He actually did these up for me I called him on Thursday and said I needed some hero cards. Sent me a picture half hour later. Will this do? I said, yes, sir. Picked them up Saturday, and here we are. Saturday at 1 o'clock this afternoon.
And some other great sponsors here. I see Fans Arena, and who else do we got?
We got B&C Trucking. They do a lot of little things for me, tire money, if I need help with getting the car set up during the week. He's over the road, so it's kind of, he's very limited, but he likes to help out when he can, so I figured I'd put him on the car. The Fans Arena, he's the one that did all the vinyl for me when I first started. And as appreciation for that, I have him on my car for me. His son, Albert Losi, used to race a late model out here a few years ago.
I remember him.
Yep.
I think we all do.
Oh, yeah. So that's why they're on there, and I just got a few thank yous on the back for pitching in when they can.
Yep. And I should ask you, do you have any goals when you come out here race each season, or is it just to have fun, basically?
Just have fun. I'm just here to have fun. If I win a race, great. As long as I can race everybody clean, I'm good. I'm happy, and show a lot of respect to the other racers, and they show the same to me.
Travis, a good guy. If you ever get a chance to meet him, he's kind of a soft, subtle kind of a guy, and he's really, really doing a nice job on the Sportsman division this year. Paul also had a chance to talk to a driver that we don't have a chance to get the program much because our schedules just don't mix too well. The 03 is nicknamed Squirt. That would be late model driver Adam Degenhardt.
Let's assess the season here for you so far. How's it been going for you so far?
It didn't start real well. We stuck it in the fence opening day and took a little bit of time to get it fixed. Missed a few weeks, and when we're here, it seems to be pretty good. The car's pretty fast, so hopefully we can keep it in one piece tonight.
And no doubt you've been a strong competitor here in the late model class. What's it like to be going up against the guys like Carlson and Panitsky and Bagstead and all them here?
It's a lot of years of work. Got a lot of guys who put in a lot of time. Got a lot of people that have helped us along the way. Different setups, different do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that, and it's a love of labor that I got to thank a lot of people for.
And of course, we've seen you progress out here out at the fairgrounds from the Sportsman into the late models here. What's it been like going through that progression there, moving up in classes over the years?
I think you have a little better appreciation for every division that's out here. Starting at Thunderstocks, go to the Sportsman. Everybody wants to take that next step, and we left for a few years and went and did some tour stuff. And it's nice to be back with the late models. They got a great group of drivers out here, and for the most part, we keep them pretty clean.
Mm-hmm. And what was it like to do that, traveling, going to other tracks or running with other series here over a while back here? What was that like?
It was a lot of fun. It was a learning experience. We learned how to spend a lot of money, and we learned how to run long races too. So I think it helped me as a driver. I probably picked up some things that have translated here and helped our program at La Crosse. And if anybody can do it, they should. Even taking your Saturday night car at the end of the year to different specials, it's a great way to learn, and it picks your program up as a whole.
Mm-hmm. And no doubt a lot of great sponsors in the cars who helping you out in your efforts, and want to give them some thanks here.
Yeah, I definitely got to thank everybody that's on the car. We couldn't do this without all their support, and it's an integral part of the whole program.
Okay, and let's see, we got CLC Service and Classic Rock, Creative Screen Printing, and St. Joe's Country Market, among others.
Yeah, we've got Goldbeck Towing, Badger Pub and Eatery. We've got outdoor services. We've got Glass on Wheels and Degenhardt Garage. So good group of people.
Oh yes.
A great interview with Squirt Degenhardt right there. Paul had one more interview to do. He slid down and he talked to Mike Carlson.
So let's assess the season so far here for you with about 3-4 races in. How's it been going for you so far?
Actually, it hasn't gone too bad. About halfway through the season so far. I decided to bring out my new car and see how that went. So far, so good. May bring out the old one here. It's going to be kind of hard to tell. I made them look exactly the same. So if you guys can pick the difference out, it'd be pretty cool. But so far, so good. I wish for a little bit better season so far. Finishes are good. Been staying out of most of the scuffles and kind of looking forward to this nice warm weather, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And of course, we've got your Uncle Tom here driving one of your old cars here from a year or two ago. How did that all come about? With him getting in behind the wheel, starting racing again?
He just wanted to get back into racing. That's actually my first car that I started out with back in 2006. Very fast car. I had 3 and I didn't need another one, so I took my third car here and decided to strip it down and make it a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. And of course, this year the 14 car that was driven last year was the 4 car driven by Cam Zazelski. Melissa Roosh is driving that car. So how did that partnership come about? How did that all happen?
She decided she wanted to race. He said, "Yep, it sounds good." That's actually my old motor in that car. It's a really good car. She's learning. Every week she's improving. She's scuffed it up a couple times, but she keeps improving, and that's what she's looking forward to. And she doesn't. She comes around, she asks questions, whatever. It just helps out whenever I can. If it gets somebody new in the sport.
Mm-hmm. And have you ever wanted to go back out and do some traveling, doing other series or other tracks, or are you just too comfortable here at La Crosse?
Well, mostly work. Work kind of hinders on that, but that and crew. You got to have enough crew to go to these tracks, 2-3 people at least. But it's actually kind of why I got this other car back out. It used to be my car I traveled with. Did some updates to it and made it so it's legal over here. Figure, if I can race it over here, get it back contending, then maybe go travel again. Wouldn't mind Oktoberfest. That's what I've been kind of aiming for, but that's still a long ways out.
Oh yeah, of course. And of course, no doubt some great sponsors supporting your efforts this year. Let's give thanks to them.
I got Dean Satellite, Gordon Epping, Premier Coachworks, Carlson Designs. I do all my own vinyl. I actually counted, I do about 8-9 cars out here. Let's see, Newey's Vogue, bar and grill down there on north side of La Crosse. God, it's hard to remember. Webkey Fur Trading. I've actually gotten into shooting some guns, going target practicing, so I've been making some good friends down there. They got some really cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Epic Media, it's there's a lot of people, and I can't really remember them all, but I haven't done this in a while, so.
Yeah, yeah, I know it takes a little getting used to there. Well, good luck to you, Mike, and best of luck to you the rest of the season.
Thank you.
You've been watching Seven Rivers Racing on KQEG TV with Dan the Voice Diker, Billy Doc Niles, and Paul the Statman Reichert. Brought to you by Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16 West Salem, in La Crosse on 3rd Street downtown and George and Gillette Street. Big Bore Barbecue. Now that's a mouthful. By Cary Heating and Air Conditioning, your residential specialist, serving the La Crosse area since 1929. Cary Heating and Air Conditioning. And by the D&D Diner. Good food, fine wine. On Theater Road in Sparta, next to the B Peak Truck Stop. Thanks for watching Seven Rivers Racing on KQEG TV.
You don't have to fly to Kansas City to get great barbecue.
4 years in a row and counting. Hi, this is Jerry Beyer at Big Bore Barbecue. Once again, La Crosse County has voted us the best barbecue and best caterer in La Crosse County. Making great ribs and great barbecue has always been my passion, and it means a great deal to me that you love what we do. If you haven't tried our ribs, pulled pork, brisket, or smoked chicken, try it and you'll agree. Big Bore Barbecue, a delicious mouthful.
Yeah!